In 1999, District Attorney Alex Hunter gave a famous press conference. At this press conference, Hunter proclaimed that there would be no charges filed, quote, at this time. To many observers, the words, "at this time," meant there was potential for possible charges to be filed in the future, once more evidence was available and the media circus died down. Many commentators presume that Alex Hunter chose not to file charges for one major reason. That major reason was predicated on the belief that the grand jury voted not to indict the Ramseys. This was the first major factor that contributed to the public considering that the Ramseys might be completely innocent. The next major factor that misled the public was this man, Detective Lou Smit. Smit is credited with bringing the intruder theory to the public. A television special from the year 2000, hosted by Katie Couric, featured Smit and his intruder theory. This special, among others, was another major factor for the public's shift away from initially considering the Ramseys guilty. As the early 2000s continued, when the Boulder PD failed to charge the Ramseys, the public continued the shift toward considering the Ramseys innocent. And then it happened. In 2008, Acting District Attorney Mary Lacey, quote, exonerated the Ramseys. I hope that anyone viewing this understands how ridiculous this is. The DNA evidence simply does not exonerate the Ramseys. After the false exoneration, a very large part of the public erroneously now believed that the Ramseys were cleared by DNA. In their eyes, this left the intruder theory as the only possibility. Here is a clip from the television special mentioned earlier, featuring Smit and the intruder theory.
Even some skeptics say Lou Smit's intruder theory is an impressive piece of detective work. Investigative journalist Lawrence Schiller, who interviewed scores of participants in the case, is the author of a best-selling book about the JonBenet murder.
There is no question that Mr. Smit's scenario, the way he puts his presentation together, is very, very powerful. It could sway a jury. It certainly did sway the grand jury that did not indict the Ramseys.
This commentator says that because the grand jury did not indict the Ramseys, Smit's presentation of the intruder theory must be, quote, powerful. Well, as some of you might know, in 2013, it was revealed that the grand jury actually did vote to indict the Ramseys. Of course, the commentator did not have that information. He assumed, like many others, that the grand jury must have voted against the indictment. So according to the commentator's logic, it stands to reason that if the grand jury voted for indicting the Ramseys, then Lou Smit's intruder presentation must have not been convincing.
Sway a jury, it certainly did sway the grand jury that did not indict the Ramseys.